Welcome to neck rehab. Everybody knows how important core activity is when you work on your low back. You want the core muscles to strengthen and balance. And then people with upper end problems, neck, arm, shoulder, arm pain, headache pain, the stabilizing thing, the need to balance and coordinate even more than strengthen the support muscles of the neck are just as important as your low back core exercises. So the way we do this, the simpler the better. So we're going to use your own head as the source of resistance. We don't need weights or straps or pulleys or bungees so pretend this is your bed. So we will take a position on the bed with your head over the side of the bed. So gravity is working to stretch your head and neck to lengthen over the side of the bed. So you get a nice traction move just by simply letting the weight of your head hang here, and take a few deep breaths. And now you're slowly going to move your head, just as you would raise it up to a little bit above horizontal. And then you let it go forward again. If you get any pain or any kind of irritation, just stop there and go back down. And the next time, the next repetition, you see how far you get without pain. If you want to go a little bit further, as long as there's no pain, you can. You're going to feel muscles activating all the way down here, but in your neck, right below the cranium as well. Okay, quite simple. You just do that, say 5 times. And now you're going to turn to look toward the one shoulder, so your left shoulder in this case. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to raise. Okay, there I feel a little resistance, so I'm just going to come back down. Hang again. Same thing, turned to the side. Raise up. It goes a little further than it did last time. So always remember, each time between, let the weight of the head hang. So you're opening up the disc spaces and the facet joints of the neck. So now you're going to turn to the right shoulder. Raise. Now some of you are thinking, this is so minimal, how could this be helping my neck? Believe me, you are going to be sore the next day like you did a good workout. By the way, this wants to be a daily thing. Now you're going to go sideways. Head hang. And the shoulder is over. You don't want your shoulder underneath. Except you're going to wreck your shoulder just as you would if you were sleeping on your side. You don't do that, do you? Of course not. So the arm is over, your head is hanging. And just pull with your muscles of the shoulder, just ease the shoulder downward, not hiked up around your ear. And then we're slowly bringing the ear up to the shoulder. And down. Again, say you do this 4 or 5 times. Now here you want to be careful. You're going to turn, look upward, and then just draw, where you were drawing your ear to the shoulder, now you're drawing your eye to the shoulder. And down. If that creates a problem compared to when you were doing it with ear to shoulder, then only go as far as you can pain-free.
And then you're going to turn and look over your right shoulder and raise. You see, in this way, we're limiting. People sometimes do neck rolls. They're going to, loosen up their neck and they do neck rolls. That is not a good thing to do because there's too much happening at once. You want to do one direction at a time, like so. Oh, my ear just opened up. I'm now hearing better than I did a second ago. Something released here. Either neck and or eustachian tube. The interesting side benefit. I'm not going to bother to demonstrate the other side, but you will do the same thing over there. And then you're going to do extension, where you'll come back a little bit. You just want the head a little bit over the edge. You don't want to be hanging way over there. Just a little bit over the edge. And now the first thing you want to do here is to flex the chin down and in, like you were tucking your chin. And then raise the head, so the hair at the top of your head is going to be the first thing to move. So a mini crunch. And then down. Okay, that felt good. I can go a little further over. Tuck the chin. The reason we tuck chin is so we get the deep neck flexors working. We're just going to protect you from computer fatigue. It's going to protect you after an auto accident. The deep neck flexors are the ones that lose capability, usually first. So we tuck and lift. And when you come down, keep the chin tucked, and then only release the chin after you've put your head down. So guess what we're going to do next? Yes, we're going to turn a little bit to the side, and then your eye is coming up as opposed to your... but you still do the same thing. Chin first. And you're going to see the sternocleido do some work on the top side here. That strap muscle that kind of stands out. You couple on that side. See, I can feel it. That's as much as a roll as you want to do. Just a little bit side to side. Over here. Tucking the chin, raising. And down. Slow is better. In fact, if you wanted to just lift and just hold here, making sure the chin stays tucked, then slowly turn, keeping the chin in. This is kind of like when you hang out in side bridge or front bridge for those core muscles, if you know what I'm talking about. And then down. The warning sign is if you feel the chin riding up, then you're fatigued too much. You want to be able to keep the chin flexed. Bring the head down first, then release the chin. Okay, so how often are we doing this? You do it every morning. Every morning. When you're in the acute phase, you want to do it. It's just part of your, do this before you get out of bed in the morning. It's perfect. So any questions you can direct to our clinic. And there will be contact information here for you. Thank you.